Welcome to the Bourgeoisie show. My name is Ehi Rhiannon. I'm the host. Today I have with me a very good friend of mine, Adam Myrie. We're going to talk about fitness and nutrition today. What is the realistic way to lose weight? We all have, some of us, a lot of us go through periods where we want to lose weight, we have weight issues, we have nutrition issues, we want to know how to lose weight and keep the weight off. So this is going to be a lot of wisdom from Adam. He lost 20 pounds. So Adam, how did you lose 20 pounds?
Well, it's a combination of two things. One, I don't believe in diets. I feel like if you're going to make a choice to lose weight and get to a certain size, then you need to make a lifestyle change.
Right.
I mean, I used to be the kind of guy who would eat an entire 12 box of donuts and then polish it off with some chicken and just everything else. And you just come to realize that there are certain things that you should be eating, certain things that you shouldn't be eating. And just by making that switch from eating junk to, instead of having a donut, I'll have a fruit salad, or instead of having like 3 pieces of cake, I just cut it back to 1 piece of cake. Or you drink diet instead of regular soda on a regular basis. Then just little things like that already start making the change. And then when you add in exercise, the fact of the matter is nobody's going to lose weight without diet and exercise. If you don't exercise and you don't eat properly, you're going to gain weight, you're not going to be in good shape. You have to do both. I'm not expecting to look like one of those guys on 300 in leather underwear, but on the same note, I also want to be able to run up some stairs without feeling like I'm out of breath. I'm 27 years old. I shouldn't be at the same fitness level as a 60-year-old. It's basic sense. Okay. So that's essentially how I ended up doing it.
So eat some more tacos, like you don't count no calories.
No, I don't count calories. I look at it this way. I know what I should be eating and I know what I shouldn't be eating. And at the end of the day, if you want to have the ideal fitness loss and you want to be, the bodybuilder, the super fitness guru, you want to look like Billy Blanks or The Rock or whoever else you want to look like, then yes, you need to count your calories, you need to eat every 3 hours, you need to eat your vegetables, you need to eat, your skinless, boneless chicken with no salt and no flavor and no sauce. You know what I mean? You need to cut out all your desserts and everything else, and you have to work out, 3 to 5 times a week, and you've got to be doing all your exercise and you have to stay on that tight regimen. But the fact of the matter is, I'm not trying to look like those guys. I just want to be healthy.
You just want to be healthy.
I just want to be healthy, exactly. So I do what I like to call a 70-30. Where
what's that? What's a 70-30?
A 70-30 is where 70% of the time I try to eat properly.
Right.
You know what I mean? I try to make the good choices where I eat the salad, or I eat the chicken. I don't put extra salt on my food. I don't use oil when I cook. Like just little things like that. And I generally so the bulk of my eating is healthy, and the bulk of my eating is I try to eat mostly when I'm hungry, and I try not to snack because I'm bored. Or if I'm gonna have a snack, if I'm gonna eat before a meal, then I need to be really hungry before I eat something. Then that's season. Then the other 30% of the time, I'm eating my tacos, I'm eating my cookies, I'm eating my cake. You know what I mean? I'm having
Do you eat cookies?
Yes, I do. I was gonna say as often as possible, but that'd be lying. There's some days where I pass by this cookie shop and I smell the cookies and I know I want them, but I decide to say no, and I relax. But I think at the end of the week, say if I think back and I've been good, I didn't eat too much, I didn't eat chocolate. If I had chocolate, I didn't eat a lot of chocolate, or if I haven't had too much sugary food or anything else, then yeah, I'll get myself a cookie, and I will eat that cookie with relish, because I know that over the long run, I have burned more calories than I've taken in. So I know that, by, next week, I'm going to be on the treadmill, I'm going to be in the gym, and I'm going to be burning it off. So, generally, it's not a license to say eat a cookie and then go run for a mile. It basically just says, I know that most of the time I'm doing well, I'm eating well, and I'm avoiding eating the junk. So I'm allowed to splurge every now and again.
Okay, so you're pretty much rewarding yourself. Is that what you're doing?
Exactly. I reward myself.
So you eat as much chicken and tacos and cookie whenever you feel like it. You don't deprive yourself of any of that.
Well, I don't deprive myself, but I also at the same time have to recognize that every time I want it doesn't mean I should be eating it. So, for example, if I for example had waffles for breakfast in the morning and I didn't eat it with fruit, I ate it with syrup and jam, then later on that day, if I'm feeling the craving for a cookie or a chocolate bar, I'll say, no, because I've already had something sweet today, or I've already had that today or whatever. The other thing too is I drink a lot of water. You've got to drink a lot of water. There's a reason why the human body is mostly water.
Right.
Because you need it, and you need water to digest your food. Because if you're not drinking enough water, then your food's not going to digest properly. You're not going to absorb your nutrients. You're not going to be able to get rid of the waste like you should. And on the same note as well, it's your skin's going to get bad. It's just generally not good for you not to drink enough water.
Well, a lot of people say drink water, but I wonder, do you have a reminder telling you need 5 to 6 glasses of water a day? Because we know that we need to drink water, but we still don't drink water. Why'd you find?
Well, I don't drink juice instead of drinking. Well, I drink juice, but instead of drinking juice all the time, I'll drink water, or I'll drink something that's mostly water based. Like I drink a lot of tea, and when I drink my tea, I always drink my tea black, so I don't have a lot of additives in it. I don't put a lot of sugar in it. I don't put milk in it. So it's pretty much just water with boiled twigs in it. I mean, that's essentially what it is. And not to say that I'm not drinking juice, because if I said I wasn't drinking juice, I'd be lying. But on the same note, it's a balance. Like, I just know that if I'm going to be drinking a lot of juice or if I have allergies, that I need to drink water, because I'm the type of person where I feel thirsty if I haven't had enough water in the day. Even if I've had a lot of juice, even if I had a lot of Coke or whatever else, I'll still feel thirsty if I hadn't had enough straight water. And the other thing is you can feel it. You with your insides, you can feel the difference if you've had enough water in the day versus if you haven't, because you'll feel stopped up, you'll feel slowed up, you'll feel your mouth is a little bit dry, you'll feel a little bit low-key because you're not getting enough water in your system.
Okay, so other than water being good for your system, I've heard before that drinking 5 to 6 glasses of water on a daily basis actually contributes to losing weight, which is what helped you in your case, right?
Absolutely. Because again, it helps me process the food and get it out, and it also just helps me in the fact that sometimes if you're feeling hungry, you're not really hungry, you're just thirsty. And sometimes if you just have some water, you're not hungry anymore.
What if I don't want to drink water? Like water flavored water, how's that?
Honestly, you might as well just be drinking juice. Like that's how I look at it.
Really?
I mean,
it's boring.
Well, no, water's boring, but people have been drinking water ever since there have been people. I mean, it's just a natural part of being a human being. Your body is mostly water. You need water to live. It's the same thing, like if you don't feel like breathing air, let's breathe in car fumes. Because car fumes are not as boring as air.
Right.
Well, you see what happens with people who huff paint. I mean, they die, or they lose brain cells. I mean, it's a basic thing. You need water, you need air, and you need, healthy, decent food that actually looks like it comes off of a plant.
Right. And speaking of plants, I've heard before, if it stands on one leg, you should eat it. And if it stands in 2 legs, if it stands on one leg, meaning if it's a plant, you should eat it. And if it stands in 2 legs, like a chicken, you should, be wary of it. And if it stands on 4 legs, like a cow or a pig, you should run away. Do you think that rule works for you at all?
No, it doesn't work for me at all.
You don't have any rules, eh?
I don't have any. My only rule is to make sure that I'm eating healthy most of the time. Yes, definitely eat your vegetables. Eat your vegetables. Eat your grains. You need them.
But at the same time, you're not depriving yourself at all. You're still enjoying yourself. You still, life is too short to not have a cookie.
Exactly. Life is too short not to have a cookie. You know what I mean? For me, I'm a West Indian, and I live on goat. Okay, goat and chicken and fish are probably my favorite. I mean, even so, the little 1 leg, 2 leg, 3 leg, fish is completely left out of the rule.
Well, I guess fish can no leg.
Because fish is important too, because
fish is very good.
Contains antioxidants. It's got you get your omega-3 in there. You've got your nutrients, and they always say it's brain food. You know what I mean? And it's not as greasy as meat is, depending on, of course, how to cook it. And I mean, I'll eat my red meat. I mean, again, people have been eating red meat ever since people have been people. I mean, I figure if the last 4 million years of evolution haven't wiped us out of eating beef, haven't killed us yet, I think we'll be fine. Yes. Again, it's just it's just a level. You can't have a 5-ounce steak.
Okay, what is your thing with goats again?
Well, the reason why goats look so paranoid is because they're looking for me. And, I'm not even lying. I love red meat. I do. I absolutely adore it. But the fact of the matter is, you have to mitigate it. Understanding that you can't eat food like that all the time.
Right.
You know, if you want it and you know you've been good with your eating, go ahead and enjoy it. Just don't overdo it.
Just don't overdo it. Thank you. That was amazing. You heard it from Adam. Do not overdo it. Eat a cookie if you need to, eat a burger if you need to, but do not eat it every day. You know, exercise some caution and have a balanced nutrition. Thank you so much, Adam. As usual, you've been a pleasure to have on the show. Thank you for watching the Bourgeoisie show. Have a good one.
Mostly walking, don't count calories.
No, you're not a calorie counter at all?
Maybe sometimes when I feel like, oh, I gained weight or something, but you know what? I believe that when you don't think about it and you eat whatever you want, you don't gain weight. And that's really,
What you do to stay fit? You look pretty fit to me.
I'm very athletic. I play everything and anything. Right now it's rugby season, so I'm playing rugby, and I dragon boat, which is like paddling. So I like to keep active.
That's great. Let's talk about your fashion. You look pretty great. You guys count calories at all?
Not at all. I need to gain weight. So.
No, I don't. Maybe I should. I don't
Are you a
count
conscious
calories.
eater?
Maybe I could do better, but I'm okay.
No, I don't count calories.
Why not?
I kind of take the average. So if I know this is a lot of calories, I say, okay, I can't eat a lot of calories, but not counting calories.
Are you a conscious eater?
Sometimes.
Are you a calorie counter? Are you a conscious eater?
No, I eat whatever I want. I eat McDonald's.
These are the top 10 healthiest snacks. Number 10, yogurt. Get a low-fat yogurt. Number 9, tuna. That's a very good source of vitamin B12. Very good for you. Number 8, string cheese. That's another good source of calcium, and it's delish. Number 7, Mexican style beans. Very, very high in fiber. You need fiber to boost your metabolism. Number 6, carrots. So you can even have the finger carrots, the stick carrots. Very good for vitamin A. Number 5, cantaloupe. Cantaloupe has a high source of vitamin C. Number 4, broccoli. I know a lot of us do not like broccoli, but believe me, it does wonders for your digestive system. Number 3, bran muffin. If you must eat a muffin, please make it a whole wheat muffin. Number 2, banana. It's a very portable, very convenient way to snack. Last but not the least, you can indulge a little because it's a bagel. Eat a bagel. It has a good source of iron. And most importantly, remember to have fun and remain a bourgeois. Thanks for watching.